Hi everyone, George here, creator of the Bearsons and Ben the Bear at George with a Hair Bear, and the new show that's been released recently, about last month ago, Bertie the Lamb. Okay then. Now, if you were wondering, what's that behind me? Well, obviously, this is my new bed, which only appeared last week. But of course, I can just quickly show you what the new bed is like. So if you just bear with me. So as you can see, now this is my new bed. Now this is obviously my new bed here. So yeah, and it's dark blue. Yeah, which looks very nice. And if you look at the bottom, you'll see that now if we just go straight on down. See, these are the set of drawers down at the bottom, which is just mainly for my bedding and some for cuddly toys. So I think we're just gonna head straight on that way. And here I am. So viewers, what do you think of my new bed? Looks good, innit? Yeah, of course it is. Okay, now that I showed you my new bed, so this is what you'll be seeing in most projects from now on. Well, only a couple anyway, which is understandable because my old bed was a bit broken. But anyways, let's just move on from the bed and just to give you an update about what's happening for the future. Now, first of all, one day when my dad came to visit me one day just to help me tidy up my room, and also it's just to help me clear out some of the other stuff, which I never get to do because it was a bit overwhelming sometimes for me. But it's a good job Dad only had to come and help. But of course I cleared most of my stuff up anyway. So yeah, my room is definitely much more tidier now, and it's 100% really good. Okay, so that's pretty much about the room being tidy. Oh, and of course, when my dad had first got into my top of the wardrobe, which is just up over there, well, he had still discovered that this happened. But when he first spotted it, well, I think that there is some sad news about what's going to happen to him in live action form. Well, when my dad had first asked me, have I still had him after all those years? Well, of course, he's been on top of my wardrobe for as long as I can remember when I stopped using him. And because that my dad did say that when he showed me about the bag, now I'll just quickly show you. See, it's all a bit of a wear and tear, that one. So yeah, I'm afraid it's a bit impossible to repair. So yeah, and as I said to Drawbridge before, this bear is beyond repair, which means that he can no longer be mended. So Dad has given me an option, and the only option is throw him in the bin. Yeah, because I don't use him anymore. But now that I've used Lisa Simpson plush, sometimes as a cuddling toy, and I even used her for one of my Bearsons projects. So, unfortunately for me to say, that this would be a bit of a farewell to No-Hare Bear, because he's not going to be here anymore. And because, though, No-Hare is a bit of a scraggy baggy bear, unfortunately, but I believe that it's high time from him to go up into toy heaven. So yeah, I know that some of you may be a bit shocked about this sad news about No-Hare Bear not being here with me anymore. Well, I mean, after all, I've had him up the longest. I think I've had him about over 30 years, since Christmas of 1994, well, when I was a baby at that time. I think I was only about 2 months old at the time. So this is why this is why my mum and dad have first gave me this bear. Oh, and of course, and I did used to chew up on one of his ears. It just means that I was only teething. It only I did grow some teeth at that time. And yes, well, now obviously that No-Hare Bear was released in the UK of 1994, released by Fisher Price. And I bet you can't find a fishing offer price for a rare bear like this one. And what my mum and dad did not know, well, of course they do know at first when they first saw this this rumpled bear, because that's what this bear was known for. And I don't know if I called him No-Hare Bear, but apparently the name was struck ever since then. And of course, ever since when No-Hare Bear and I have done our TV show together, well, which is mainly a YouTube series, although some of these series may be a bit cringy because I wasn't quite ready to do it in the outside world yet. So when me and No-Hare Bear have first done the show, that started back in 22nd of April 2017, that's when No-Hare Bear was quite young back then, when he was a bit thin. But that was only a few programs later, he was all stuffed up. And because that he hasn't got very much stuffing in him anymore, so of course there is some few announcements which I'm going to be doing with No-Hare Bear before I throw him away for good. And first of all, now Drawbread, however, my good friend, has already just said that he will be doing a children's GBC continuity just to help him pay tribute to this best loved bear in the world. And also, I will be doing the same as well. Of course, I did ask Drawbread if he wants to do the continuity with as a tribute to it to No-Hare Bear. Well, luckily he said yes, and he's just on it right away. Oh yeah, and of course, don't forget now, we will be doing some Children in Need continuities, but only this time Arthur will be taking over from his granddad's role. Okay, now, I think that's pretty much all I can think about really for now, but we'll be right back. All right, viewers. Now, I've already thought about a few more things. We're back, by the way. Now, obviously, I know that I said that I do the children's GB's continuity, a tribute to No-Hare Bear version. But now because that this is No-Hare Bear's last ever time to be a presenter of children's GBC, one in live action and one in cartoon form, because this is where No-Hare Bear will sadly retire. Probably this time because of his age. So, anyways, now and also don't forget that as I've already told my dad that I'm going to be making a tribute video to this bear, and Dad did say that it was such a good idea of me to do that. So yeah, a tribute video would be a great way to end No-Hare Bear's life. After more than 30 years, it'll be high time for him to move on. So yeah, so a tribute video before I throw him in the bin sounds like a good thing to do. Oh, and of course, don't forget, now, he will only appear in certain programs. Oh, yeah, including the Bearsons. Now, one episode of the Bearsons' future, however, will when No-Hare Bear will be making his last ever visit to the Bearson household, and to explain to them about what's going to happen to him, as I've already explained to you viewers out there, and also do the same with No-Hare Bear meeting the 4 takeoff bears to see on how they're getting on without him. Well, I'm pretty sure that will be a good episode just before the 14th episode, which it will be the penultimate episode of Yogi and the Berries. And before the last ever episode of it, of course. So yeah, we got a lot of good things happening just before No-Hare Bear was sadly being thrown away. Okay, alright, now obviously, now I'm sure that No-Hare Bear wasn't speaking to you at the moment because, well, I think he's only like a stuffed up toy. Well, I think that's pretty much about it, really, that I can tell you, really. So, yeah, so now that you all know what's going to happen to him, I think we're only going to do a couple more videos with him around. Then that's it. Oh, and as well as a tribute video to him. Right? Well, I'm going to say goodbye now, viewers, and I shall see you next time. And until then, bye-bye, everybody, and bye-bye from No-Hare Bear here. Bye-bye. George Buster's a 2,000-year-old man. Oh! Yep, he still got it, everybody. So still got it.